Well, good morning. Vanessa's climbing back out of the puppy pen. We decided to put these guys right up on the bed. They've never seen one of these. So usually the first way to now this is going to be interesting. Oh, this one says I can get off. Nobody's dismounted on their face yet. Usually that's what happens for the first time they ever get to do this. And some of them will panic and think they can't get down. So we did decide this morning to get you a video. I think I laid the paper inside. Let me look. No, I got it, Vanessa. These guys are going in on the 21st to be spayed and neutered. So they start going home next week. And I can't believe it. I can't believe we're that far into these guys. Vanessa went through and did weights for me this morning and collar colors, and we did all that. So the first one is 9070. It's got the neon orange collar on. It's the chocolate Phantom. I've got one pair of gloves, or one glove on one hand, and I can't do my screen. So it's the chocolate Phantom over there. Oh, they're getting back up. That's awesome. Whoop. We're going to leave them out here today for a couple hours, so this bed becomes their nap place, their playtime place. And it's fun because a lot of times they'll sneak underneath of it and play hide and go seek, and the guy on top will grab their tail because they leave their tail sticking out, and then it's on. They can't get out. They're mad, and when they get out, they usually have a repercussion for the guy that did it to them. The next one is 9072. It's the yellow collar, and it's the black puppy going right around the corner right there. And it's 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Okay, back to the neon orange collared puppy, the Phantom. I didn't give you the weight. 4 pounds, 14 ounces. All right, so the next one in here is the red collared puppy, which is the female. She's trying to get somebody to play with her, and they're not cooperating. And she has the red collar on. She's a black and white party. She weighs 3 pounds, 14.5. And in fact, she's the only female in there. She's a minority. 9073 is the blue merle in here, and it is 13.5, and it's a male. So that's the weights on everybody. They're doing absolutely fantastic. They will go in, like I said, on the 21st, and they'll be spayed and neutered, and all that'll be finished. So when you pick up your puppy, you're going to get a complete health card that has their spay-neuter date, their wormings, everything on there that you're going to need for your vet. A couple things with your vet. If you're going to have trouble getting into a vet, we did buy a ton of extra shots. So if you do not have or are not sure you can get into your vet and you want to buy the extra shots that it takes them to finish out their series, there are 4 puppy shots in this series. They'll finish up about 15 to 16 weeks old if they're done every 21 days. And your health card will also was prepared for you guys so you could read it. That will tell you on there that each shot is due 21 to 28 days from the last date given. And if you go over the 28 days and you go, oh shoot, we forgot, and you go 2 weeks or so, you got to start all over with shot number 1. So it's really important to keep these shots in order. And it gives you kind of a 7-day grace period, 21 to 28 days to get it done. So just kind of plan on that. If you need shots, please bring a small cooler with you and some ice in it to put it in on your trip home. You'll get a spay-neuter sheet along with all your other puppy papers when you come. Let's see, what else can I throw at you this morning? I guess a couple things about coming. If you're coming and you need dog food, not sure you can get it, we do have 35-pound bags of the puppy. It's not puppy food. I always say puppy food. We don't feed a puppy food. We feed a one-size-fits-all dog food. It is a 30-20, so it's 30% protein, 20 fat. I have plenty of bags. I bought an extra ton, which is 40 bags of dog food, and they're $35 a bag, which is what I pay for them. So I just pass them on to you guys so you can have extra dog food at home if you need it. So please make sure you let us know that. It's no problem. We've got it stacked up inside the door when you come if you forget to let us know. I do not have crates right now. So the biggest thing I would tell you is you want to make sure you've got crates and bowls ready. crate size. I've had a couple people ask me for this litter. 36 inches would be great if you can afford a 40 or a 42 and you have the room for it. That's even better, especially if you are going to work or go back to work or currently working. Your dog's going to spend all of its day in that crate, so you want to make sure you've got a big enough crate that it can go to the back and potty in it, and that you can put food and water in the front and a place for it to lay in the front. And yes, your dog is going to potty in this crate. When you're gone, a puppy cannot hold, it cannot hold the urine, or, it will have to defecate if you work an 8-hour shift. You do not have to have somebody come in and let this dog out. It will absolutely learn to hold it once it learns your schedule. And it will take this dog at least 2 weeks to learn your schedule. And I know this one's doing the splits. I know right now we don't have schedules. It's like retarded. So the big thing is, don't keep this dog with you 24/7. You need to let this puppy have crate time during the day. It will take this dog at least 2 weeks to get used to your family. So right now it's used to us, our mannerisms, our smells, our schedule, and my degree of management, or my rules, I guess. So it takes them a while to get used to you. So don't expect a whole lot. Yes, they will probably potty at night in the crate because they're new and they don't know when you go to bed if you're ever getting up. They know when we get up, and 90% of the time, if I get up 15 minutes early and walk out, no one has pottied yet. So they do learn to hold it until you come out. But like I say, it may take them about 2 weeks. Don't let this puppy have the run of your house. When you are not physically interacting with this puppy, lock it up. If you feel guilty, put it in an X pin. This is actually 2 X pins hooked together, because an X pin is 8 panels long, and if you can either make it into a square or a circle. That's why we hook 2 of them together. It gives them a really nice big play area. So the other thing is, if you buy a X pin, make sure with these guys, I would say a 36 inch would be plenty. And with my bigger dogs, I would tell you to go 40 or 42, because you don't want them to learn to climb it. And they are athletic. Oh, they've learned to jump right up there already. That's awesome. Dismount wasn't too bad either. They've been really funny. They've been happy little guys. They're playful. They're energetic. They're very social. This one says, I think I can get up there. I don't know if he's been up there or not since we put him on there. Once they calm down out here, and I have Stella's puppies are behind me, so you can hear them barking probably in this. But once they slow down and quit playing, they'll crawl up on top of this blue mat and go to sleep. It's a little chilly out here today. We may take them inside after about an hour or so, but it's not too bad, and they've got enough of a coat. God gave him a good coat. So, oops, smashed his face into that. Nope, made it. Oh, there he goes. I love these beds. These are totally indestructible. They cannot chew them. We use them for our big dogs. We use them for our little dogs. They're great, and they're called Corunda. And the blue part on mine, you can get this one in blue or green. I can literally jump on this. My husband's over 225 pounds. He can jump on this like crazy, and he doesn't hurt it. So they have a fantastic guarantee with them. And you can have adult dogs get on here with super long toenails and dig and dig and dig, and they can't scratch the top of it. But I do not sell these. You have to look for them online, but they are a little pricey, but I'll tell you what, they're worth it because you don't have to replace it. So these guys are used to a bath. They're used to their toenails being cut. We change their toys every day. Give them a new set of toys because they're like kids. They get bored with anything they've had overnight. They're used to chewy toys. We've given them raw bones. I don't do a lot of treats. So when you go home, please limit your treats immensely. Make sure they're all natural. My preferred treat for us is Charlie Bears. Charlie Bears Original. I know you can get them from Chewy.com. They do make a Charlie Bears, but they're the ones that are not original are puffed up like Cheetos, and you don't get very many in the bag. The best bang for your buck is the Charlie Bears Originals, and they look like little oyster crackers. They're great for training, and they're about as big as a dime, and they're rock hard, so they don't break up in your pocket, and they don't have oil on them. And also, Bill-Jack treats are really good, but they do break up in your pocket, but they're great training treats if you're going to sit in front of them and train them. But too many training treats will make them not want to eat their food. A couple other things that I always forget to tell people when they come. We feed these puppies free choice. So that means they have been eating dog food 24 hours a day. It's always in front of them. They never have to wait on a schedule. So if you're going to put your dog on a schedule, which is entirely up to your family, don't call me and say they're not eating, because they're not going to eat when you first put it down and say, here's your stuff. And so what you're going to have to do is give them 15 minutes and take it away. Then offer it to them again in a couple hours. But until they learn that they have to eat when you put the bowl down, they're not gonna do it that way. But so long as they're pooping, they're eating, because what goes in has to come out. One thing about a free choice, it's a lot easier to keep your dog from getting fat, and they never overeat because they only eat what they need, and then they walk away. When they eat on a schedule, they eat everything in front of them because they never know when their next meal is going to come, even if you feed them the same time every day. So just a couple different ways to do it, but it's entirely up to you, whatever works best for your family. These guys have been used to a bath every day, getting their toenails trimmed. I see somebody already laid in poop this morning. The brown one has poop on his back leg. So somebody knocked him down in it, I guess. So baths are a lot of frequency around here. Sometimes it's more than once a week, but we have an all-natural shampoo that is no sodium and no detergent, and it's great for their coat. You will not dry them out. You could wash them every day if you wanted to, but it's a pain to dry them. And you are going to want them to teach them what your hair dryer is, because in the winter, if you don't have them groomed and you do your own, you're going to have to dry this puppy. So get it used to your hair dryer. Just turn it on low, hold it away from them, let them hear it run for a little bit, and then let the air blow on it. And as they get used to it, you can move it closer to their coat. So one last thing before I run out of time on this video. Please watch the videos that I sent you. If you have any questions that you're going to be asking me when you come, please ask me on the phone. I do not spend more than about 10 minutes with everybody right now because of this silly virus. If it's really nice outside when you come, we'll do this outside and you can ask me all day long. I don't care. But if we have to do this inside, I do really limit the time, and I limit the area when you first come in. I will have a box of gloves on the table. So if you want to put a pair of gloves on to sign your contract and use our ink pens, you're more than welcome to. And there'll be a trash can there. You can peel them off and throw them in the trash before you leave. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed their videos. This will be their last one. They have been a fun group. I love Cinder's babies. She has always had the nicest puppies. Oops, crash and burn. But yeah, we've been really shocked how quick this has gone. For us, we're really not any different than our normal days, except we can't go out to eat. I don't go to the grocery, and I don't go shopping. I've turned into an internet shopper. So I'll be glad when this lets up and things can get back to normal. But it sounds like going out to eat at restaurants is going to be a while, but it'll get back. It's just going to take a while, I'm afraid. So I hope everybody is safe. I'll see many of you soon. I think 3 of these go home next week. So have a safe trip here. When you come around my house, if you've never been here, you're going to come around from that angle, and you're going to turn to your right, and you're going to park over here. Vanessa has a red truck. I've got a gray van, and I've got a brown Honda. Park behind any one of those vehicles you want. You are not going to be in our way at all. And the puppies are right over in that door beside my van, unless it's nice and we'll have them outside. So have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.